So yesterday I went and picked up 60 bags of concrete, and that's 60 pound bags of concrete. So that's 2,400 pounds. Hopefully that is way more than I need. I'd rather have more than not enough. And we are going to pour the concrete pad that is inside this covered fence line hay feeder that we're building. And we're going to try to mix up all this concrete using this old cement mixer. So I need to go ahead and grab everything else I need, and then we can get started. So I installed this GFCI outlet last night so that I'd actually have power on the outside of the barn. The breaker panel's like right here, so it was pretty easy to get it hooked up. That ain't gonna work. So I think I need to raise this side up with some blocks, and then the tires are flat. They need inflated. Oh yeah, that works a lot better. All right, I think we've got mostly everything set up, most of our tools here. So what we need to do first is this is formed out on 3 sides. So we need to go ahead and form out this last side right here. And then we've got a little bit of concrete expansion board we'll just put kind of around the posts where the concrete's gonna butt up next to it. And then I guess we'll have to fill a little bit more gravel in here. It's a little low on this side, so we'll add some gravel, and then I think it'll be ready to pour. Get this off of there. So this here is the concrete expansion board. The type I bought, it's more of like a hard foam, so it should cut easy with a utility blade. And we're just going to cut some small pieces and attach it to the side of the post, and it'll be in between the concrete and the post, and as the concrete expands and contracts over time, it won't push against the post. So this should be fairly easy and quick to install. Okay, I think we're finally ready to pour concrete. So I've got the foam expansion board around the posts. We've got our we've got our gravel in here, leveled off where it's about 4 inches thick of concrete will be in the middle. And around the edge, we're gonna have about 5.5 to 6 inches thick just around the perimeter. And then I've taken the extra gravel and I've put it here so I can help make a ramp to get the wheelbarrow up inside. And I've got a 2x10 laying over there. I'm gonna probably set it down on top of that gravel, and then the 2x10 will be the real ramp that we will run the wheelbarrow up to try to get the concrete poured inside. So I think we are pretty much ready to start. So from here on out, I think we're just gonna have to try to move quickly and get it all mixed up as fast as we can and get it inside. So let's go ahead and get going. How many bags can I fit inside? That's 2 bags of concrete. Probably about right. A little dry at the bottom. Oh, that worked really good till then. There we go. All right. Whoa, whoa, almost lost it. Oops. Oh. Hopefully this is the last one. Be close. Okay, oh, I dipped it in. All right, we're done mixing concrete, and now all I have to do is finish the top of this. And I know timing is essential on how you finish that. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a rookie at this. I've only helped other people pour concrete, and I just did what people told me to do. I really don't like know the process or the timing necessarily. I mean, I kind of know the process, but I don't know how to time it. You know, I don't know when the right time to float this is, to edge it. I'm just gonna try to figure it out. But I know that backside, I've been doing this for 2 hours. I've been mixing concrete for 2 hours straight. So that backside is probably a lot more set up. So I'll probably start edging along there, and I'll just, you know, I'll just try to work it and see what I can do. But I know there's quite a bit of time difference between this side and the other side. And at the beginning of the video, I think I said I had 2,400 pounds of concrete. I totally screwed that up. I had 3,600 pounds of concrete. And I've got 22 bags left. So that means I only used 38 bags, so quite a bit less. I calculated a 6-inch thick pad, and we got it to where it was mostly a 4-inch thick pad. So I definitely have extra, but I've got another project that I can use this on. I can tell right here in the center, that first wheelbarrow concrete I had way drier, and I can tell exactly where that is. So the sweatshirt I'm wearing is that's a black Carhartt sweatshirt. Can you tell? It doesn't even look black anymore. I am so filthy. I am covered with, you know, cement head to toe. And I will be ready for a shower when this is over with. But now I'm in the waiting phase. So I'm just gonna have to wait for this to cure a little bit before I can really, I think, go over it again and get it floated again. So now it's just kind of a waiting game. But I'm glad that the hard part's done, or at least the busy part of getting that mixed up. It went better than I thought it would, at least so far. Everything's gone. I dreaded doing this a little bit, to be honest with you. And yeah, ended up going better than I thought. So I feel like I'm in a rush these next, like today and the next couple days, to try to get as much done as I can, because I'm actually going to leave. I'm going to go down to Louisville, Kentucky, to the Equip Expo. I've never been there before. I think it's a show, but it's more, I think, geared toward, you know, people that sell equipment and like contractors and people that just heavily use equipment, because I believe it's like a hands-on show. It's not a cheap show to get into either, but they have where you can actually drive and try out the different pieces of equipment. Sounds like a pretty cool show to go to. So I'm going to go down there Wednesday and Thursday. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other YouTubers there, ones that I know, maybe ones I haven't ever met before. But I'm hoping to meet a lot of people and just get to hang out and enjoy myself. So don't get to leave the property that often. So this is kind of a, I don't know, once or twice a year thing. So looking forward to it. It'll be something different to do. And if any of you guys are going to the Equip Expo and you see me, be sure to stop me and say hi. I'll probably just be walking around and checking out the show just like everybody else. So like I said, I feel like I'm in a little bit of a rush. So trying to get the concrete pad done today, tomorrow, I just want to try to get everything caught up around here so everything's easier on Rebecca while I'm gone. I think the Harvest Stripe freeze dryer is supposed to show up tomorrow. I've got to run to the feed mill tomorrow because we're out of pig feed. So tomorrow I'm going to be running around like crazy. And then Wednesday I'll be driving up to the show real early in the morning. So it feels like I'm going to be nonstop for the next like 4 days. I can definitely tell that this side I'm close to is definitely more cured, more ready. So I ended up buying, I think, about $200 worth of tools for this job. By the time you buy the magnesium float, I think just the front of it's like $100. And then I think this, what was this? It's about 30 for the, you know, for the handle. And I just bought one section. And then I bought an edging tool and a float. And then I bought the little broom to make the broom finish. And yeah, I think I was pretty close to like $200. All the tools to finish concrete. But this is kind of like my trial run right here. I've got several other concrete pads that I want to pour. So this is just like the beginning. I think I'm going to end up pouring a lot of concrete in the next year or two. So might as well get the tools if I'm going to be doing it. So we got about an hour left till sunset. And I just got a feeling by the time I can do the broom finish on this, it's going to end up being about dark by the time it finally gets to that point. There's a lot more time involved here at the end than I think you realize. So a few minutes ago, I realized I forgot to do something that I intended to do. I meant to put reinforcement wire down so it would be inside of the concrete, make it stronger, less prone to cracking, and or at least if it does crack, it would help hold it together. I totally spaced it. I forgot about that. I remembered earlier today when I was picking up the tools, I thought to myself, oh, you need to go grab the reinforcement wire, cut it down to size so that we have it to put in, and then I totally forgot about it. So that is one thing I intended to do. I know it probably won't matter. It's only a 7-foot pad. It'll probably be perfectly fine without it, but that is something I intended to do and forgot. Well, the sunset is really shining now. Look at that. Probably a nice thing about the evening out here is there's always a good sunset. At least most days. It seems like we got pretty good sunsets around here. So it ended up getting dark on me, and I still haven't finished the concrete yet. So I'll finish it here in a little bit in the dark, but it's too dark to film it. So I guess we'll just do a big reveal later, you know, when we take the forms off, and we'll see how it ended up turning out. Uh-oh. A little full. Spaz, get out of there. Come on. Come on. You can't be in there. So first thing this morning, I went and picked up some pig feed, got it all unloaded. And the FedEx driver, he just called me. He's going to be here in about 20 minutes with the Harvest Stripe freeze dryer. But last night, I couldn't film the very end of the concrete pour. I ended up finishing sometime after 8 p.m. last night. So let's go ahead, we'll at least look at the surface and see how it turned out. The way it's shadowed, it's going to be hard to tell, but I've got the edges, don't look too bad where I've edged it. And then I've got a broom finish on here, and it was a little bit wet when I finished it. So it's probably a little bit rougher surface than what I was hoping for. And then if we look at the other side, this is the side that was poured first. Like right here, this broom finish, mostly just right here, that's more what I was probably looking for. And you can tell it just kind of gets rougher as it goes across. But I thought the edging on here turned out fairly well. And right here, here's another edge to look at. So I think I'm fairly happy. I think for first time doing it, that turned out good. Of course, we really won't know completely how well it turned out till, you know, the test of time. Plus, we'll find out a little bit more when we pull the forms off of there. But I need to go grab the tractor and the pallet forks and wait for the FedEx driver. All right, I just unloaded the Harvest Stripe freeze dryer off the FedEx truck, and looks like it's pretty well in perfect condition. Like there's just a small scuff on there. So I assume everything's in there. You're supposed to do an inspection on these when you get them, but you know, I look at it and the packaging looks fine. I think the inside should be fine as well. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put this in the basement because that's where it's gonna live until we finally finish out the kind of the food processing kitchen area in the over at the workshop. So let's get this unloaded. We'll go take those concrete forms off. We'll see how it looked. Well, this here was the biggest or deepest edge. It really doesn't look too bad. I was expecting a little more voids and holes and stuff like that, but that side looks pretty good. Now the back side where it was drier cement, that very first load, I guarantee it's probably got voids and stuff in it. It'll probably look a little worse. So right here, this is where the first load of concrete was that was drier. You can tell it's not as smooth. All right, I got all the forms stripped off the pad. Very happy with the way this turned out. Especially since this is the first time I've ever poured a concrete pad by myself. I'm very happy with the end results. So now the final test, I need to see whether the gate will fit back on because the concrete pad is actually like 2 inches higher than the gate. So the gate should swing in and go flat right up against the bottom of that concrete. If it doesn't, I may have to adjust the hinges a little bit to try to get it to work. Hopefully you can see that. The gate is right up against the concrete. There's only a small little gap here at the bottom. So last night I got most of the tools all cleaned up and put away, and I still gotta take the pallet of concrete, take that, put it in the barn, cement mixer, a few other things, and then this job is complete. And the next job, we'll probably do the gravel here. I thought it was best to mix the concrete first in case I made a big mess, and do the gravel second. So I do have the fabric, and I hope I have enough gravel to cover this area, but we'll probably do that this coming weekend. But anyway, guys, I think that's gonna wrap up today's video. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you here next time.